lifestyle?
Good. You look great.
Thank you. Likewise.
Fitness videos. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I was seeing you watching your fitness videos. I was like,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I be doing the most. I need to chill out and go like sleep. Sleep for one day. Just take one day sleep. So let's just get into it, because for me, this is my Friday. For you, this is, what kind of day is this for you?
My Friday.
Your Friday. Okay, let's definitely get into it. Since the last time we talked, and I think that was like maybe 2 years ago, perhaps?
Yes.
Was it? Okay, so what have you been up to since then?
Since then, I have started to dabble into directing and writing.
Okay.
Have been doing some more recording. So now I'm going into venturing into music placement even more. So I was really studying like Regina King, Taraji Henson. So just really getting into those, and Viola Davis in regards to acting, and then still tying the music in.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm glad about it. I'm doing some placements for TV commercials. I have a TV commercial that's coming out and it's supposed to air I think next month in Atlanta. It starts there in Atlanta, but it's supposed to debut during the Wendy Williams show. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So without giving out away too much, what would this be entailing?
A luxury hair.
Be airing during the Wendy Williams show. How did you get this opportunity?
By word of mouth, but it was also through Crucifix Productions.
Okay.
And then the person, they saw some of my work, and then also having to work with some other actors. So she saw some of the films that I was in. So then I was playing. I was like, okay, I'll definitely jump on that.
You've been with Crucifix Productions for a very long time. How important is that to kind of stick with the same home team that you started out with?
Definitely very, very important, because with them, as far as having vision and being a visionary, he really gets it. And as far as the different aspects of me as an artist, or when I am writing, so I get to experiment that with him. Some others you don't get that much, but he loves to think out of the box, and I do too. So definitely with the quality, professionalism. And then just with the ideas of just saying, okay, let's try to top whatever the last project was. So it's very, very important. Yes.
So what is your last project? Like, do you have new music out? What's going on with that?
I have new music out. So with my the last project, when we were speaking, we met just me. So I have like 3 or 4 songs that have been placed. They're getting a lot of streaming and radio plays in Bulgaria, Costa Rica, Germany, and of course the US. But it's just exciting seeing different countries add on every day, and not just the streaming, but even with the radio. So I was fortunate with that, and then also had it placed in different movies, independent films that are scheduled to come out this year or within the next 2 years. And then also with some commercial placements with some big names. So it was really cool. So with the new project that I haven't named it yet, but basically I am venturing out with co-writing, and then also some heavyweight producers or mentors that I call in the industry. So I have 20 from I Got 20 on the beat. So you know him from Son of a Vegas, The Baby, Gucci Mane, a lot of different A-list artists. So with this one, we sat down because I'm really the first female as far as vocal. So stepping out of the box, I think we took maybe about 10 hours. We started with 1 track, and then the machine just went. So we started over again from scratch. So we're very excited about that. Also ventured with writing with Jay Styles. And we came out with the record, I Want It All. So that's getting rave reviews. It was just on Radio Ready about 2 weeks ago with No Limit Larry. It was over 1,000 people that viewed, and I got thumbs up all across the board. He did too. So we're looking for that as far as with radio placement. It has been on put in radio rotation. So we're going heavily in with the DJs. It's also been added to the Radio Ready Spotify playlist. So it's given a different aspect of me, showing growth. Definitely as a woman, an individual, and then just really incorporating other experiences. So not just sad, but great music, and just still giving that good positive vibe, because a lot of stuff is going on now. And instead of just saying, oh, I just want money, blah, 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 even though if I'm exuding that, I'm still saying I'm still a boss, and I'm, identifying myself that I don't have to try to be somebody else. So, let's see who else. And then I have Jay Stacks. He's an up-and-coming producer as well. He did Fireflies for Jay Hines, which is a huge hit. So just really getting with a lot of producers. I am Sky Jones. She's a female, so this is the first female producer on one of my projects.
Wow.
And she's wonderful. So she calls herself like the baby of T-Pain. So definitely just getting with different people and just showing the growth. And I have writers this time as well. So it's just showing like a whole 180 and just a whole nother vibe, and still just growth, because I think you should always show continuous growth.
Right. So then with that growth, that took a management team, or like, are you just doing this independently? How's that working?
Independent. I'm doing it independently. So I've had offers and people coming in, but my main thing is, and even watching people that have gotten signed, they, at the end of the day, they resent it, because then they still give up of themselves. So I'm still able to express myself as far as I feel that I need to be. And then also with my team thus far, we've been able to still walk into doors and get things done and have opportunities come. So it really was no need. I should not say no need, because everyone pulls for the big machine. Yet I feel that I love it where I didn't have to sign over, which some of the deals were saying you have to sign over a lot of your publishing or even your name, and you give up so much for so many years. Are you guaranteed that? And because the wave changes so much. So I've been still doing this with the same team that I had. I've only added on a few people as far as behind the scenes or more production wise. So just expanding and learning. So venturing also into voiceovers as well. So it's awesome.
I hear that you're doing big things, period.
Yes, period. So they grow with me, period. Exactly.
Yes, you're welcome. So with that, with that evolution, and then with all that's going on right now with COVID-19 and just still trying to sustain and maintain, and you have children, so how are you finding a good balance to where you're still mommy, but you got to get your music done, then you got to make ends meet? So what's that like? What's that like for you?
For me, that it has been the same all the time. It's just more so now that I'm still able to take them. If I can't, I still have have support, I should say. They're into different things from behind the scenes as well. So I just incorporate them in expressing and then their interest in entrepreneurship. So I just put a little twist to it to make a little positive where they like it.
Right.
But being that they have actually just grown up with watching me and being there with me in the studio or whatever I'm doing, they've come accustomed to that. So I've learned there's no real balance. It's just adjustment. Yes. So some days it really goes to like 16 hours or 12 hours just to get it in, and then still put in that family time. So sometimes it's a working vacation, and then sometimes I just have to go straight out with business. So we make it work.
Right. I totally get you. Trust me. So like you have something coming up, that we haven't discussed yet. So do you want to talk about it?
Sure. I've been fortunate enough to have some definite connections with ACW Broadcast TV. And I love it because it provides more exposure and even more exposure. So with that platform, and I think it's like over 1 billion. So where all the time, where I feel whatever the number that I have, it's like, what, 5 billion people in the world. So that's still minute. So I'm still reintroducing myself to the world, and allowing them to see who Kareesh is from different aspects. And then just as a model, a creative director, an executive producer, an actress. And so they get to just see who I am, and then just to have that connection with my audience. I definitely want to do that so they can be able to grow with me and then understand some of the new projects that are coming out. So it's going to be fun.
It is going to be. It's been fun. You've always been a fun person, like not too serious, or you know how you can get so caught up in the business that you just like over it. So right. So then the one thing that I totally admire about you is definitely your fashion sense. When you came in the door, you came strong, and you've been that way. So how important is that for you to keep that going, like as an artist, to kind of just be artsy, to kind of be unique, so that people will want to gravitate to you more?
Right. It is challenging. I always like to say that I'm a trendsetter, and I love fashion. And one of the things I do art as well. So I draw. So just getting with my team, and I'm like, I got this crazy idea. And I always want to, I think we laughed about this before, was that I always want to be like a billboard. So we come up with these different ideas, and I was like, well, do you think, you could do this? So it's like a challenge. So I'm inspired, even like looking at like the Missy Elliott videos and just studying different people and with fashion. It is hard, but for me, I feel it's a challenge that I love, because then I always have people inboxes, well, who did do this for you? Or seeing other artists that are inspired by it. So I don't ever look down to like, are you copying me? I look at it as inspiration, because what I've seen, and even in my own hometown, they were like, damn, if I'm going to do that, then I'm going to have to step it up, because at the end of the day, you're still a product. So I'm excited because we're working on some things now, some visuals for this weekend. So creating a whole nother aspect of Kareesh. So I'm hoping that they like it. And we just playing off some things that they have given good responses of what they love, what I've portrayed in different photos or in my videos. So I'm excited about that and see how that goes. I think that keeps the mystic, keep the mystique and the mystery about it.
It does. You have like mad followers, so they definitely, see, I'm one of those types. I'm like, you know what? I hate everybody. I'm not following nobody back. But, you have mad followers, and I love the fact that you are, responsive when it comes to your followers. You don't just let them speak to you, or, have that conversation by themselves. You actually like speak to the people that's really bigging you up. So do you think that's important as well?
That's very important, because you have to have that connection. And what I've seen through different life experiences, just music, you don't know how that inspired that person or helped them get through a situation. So if I'm that instrument to do that, then I feel that that's an honor. So I don't ever think that I'm bigger than anyone else, because that's part of my purpose. So I really love it. And then you get to also interact with other people, and then their walks of life. So even it helps me as a creative being when I write, like, oh, that person said that, or that's catchy. And it's cool. I think it's cool, because you got to have that, because you can't be in the world alone. So I just love it.
You are a genuine people person. Me, I just want to get up, exercise, go on about my business. But
that's Kareesh. Now there are some Kareesh days. I am and we were laughing about this the other day. I was like, I love COVID. But I shouldn't say love COVID, but the situation, because I'm a homebody. So I love, like, oh my gosh, I'm in my own little element. So whatever's going on in the world on the outside is just like, oh, okay, whatever. So, and I went to the store one time, and I was just like, oh my God, seeing everybody in masks, but then the people that aren't in masks, and I'm just like, no, I got your phone straight not everything.
Right. So, like, you do develop a little PTSD, you know, with what's going on, because it's just like, oh, somebody coughed. Like, oh, what's good? What we doing?
Right.
Did I hear somebody clear their throat? And then if the kids cough in here, and I know they haven't been outside, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, what we doing? What's going on?
Right.
So, like,
I have done that.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you finished.
I was just saying, like, with that, my kids, they were playing, and you know, I was like, no, you got to have this space. It's different now and be outside. So some of the neighbors that came up, and it was riding up the street. They didn't have masks on, nothing. And I was like, I'm hearing voices. So I'm hearing, whoa. It was like, what? I was like, that's why you got a mask on. I don't know what's going on. We're not bringing that in here.
Facts. So what do you think about, like, the state opening up so early, or phase?
I think it's prematurely, but I know that you still have to go on with life, and you can't live in fear. I think it's just having more precautionary measures, because if you see others that are still peaking, because people still are not abiding by what they need to, so it's still increasing the situation. I don't see where it's really flattening that much.
Right.
So I think it's more ties of economics and political things, but my main thing is about health. So even, you know, I'm filming a movie now, and I was like, there was like we're going to start filming. I said, I understand, but how many people are going to be on the set, you know, and everything. We had everything sanitized and all that stuff. But I was like, I don't want to jeopardize my health for something. Money can't take that. And we can also see with this, that even with people with a lot of money, it still doesn't mean anything. Life, you're going to lose it, or you're going to gain, you're still going to be sick. So I think that it's really showing the value of life, the people that we undermine or feel that we're important, how essential that is.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So it's a lot of life lessons. And I think it's a good restart button too.
You got that right. It gave everybody opportunity to recalibrate, you know, or just think or start over. Some people did get to start over, where others not so much. So, like, if you have some words of encouragement to give someone who might be going through something right now just because of this, what would that look like for you?
I would still say to stay strong and really go deep within yourself and your inner thoughts. And sometimes you just have to just go away and be at peace with yourself until you get that right message for you to be encouraged. There are always going to be challenging times, but you can get through it, and also look for everything positive of how you can build to be better and not be in that same situation again, because lessons are repeated until they're learned. So I feel that you need to grow from it, and just get rid of all the toxic situations, the toxic people out of your life. And I'm telling you, take that step, that faith, that leap forward, and just do it. Just go ahead and do it. And you're going to be looking back at it and talking to yourself and going, why didn't I do that before? And I can tell you that because I went through different situations where I had to do that. And even with during this pandemic, you have to go and just take away that fear and just take it away. Because that's the only way that you can grow. So in order to elevate, you got to shed. So what do you want to shed? Or you just want to stay there and, like you said, just be an observer and watch people progress, and you still there. So
stagnant.
I think you just got to go for it. Just go for it.
All right, I love it. Always the motivator. I knew I'd get some of that out of you. I knew it. So, if you could work with another local artist, who would that be?
Oh, wow. Another local artist. There's so many that are coming out, and that's a good thing. For Charlotte. There's so many. I would say even Jay Hines. He's very good. There's another up and coming artist. I've had the liberty of meeting her. We had a photo shoot together for a magazine that was coming out Tanasca Rose. She was going by Kobe Bay. She's Hispanic, but she's a great MC. And she's grown a lot too as an artist. So I would say maybe them. There's some others that I'm looking at. And then I'm also responding to. So we got some things that are in the work with some new upcoming artists as well. So, and also Kiara, she's great as well. So her numbers are coming up. Yes.
Okay. So what do you look for when you collaborate or work with other artists?
Dedication, and that they're very serious about it, because you can go in the studio all day and then play the song for your friends. No. It's a business. So you got to have that same drive, and then also with marketing and really trying to get your music out there and be serious about it. I also look at, your rapport, how you exude yourself on social media. If you always, talking down to somebody, or, everybody doing this, then, it's all about energy. There is opportunity, but I can say that all money is not good money. So I would say that those are the things that I look at, and then the longevity, and if there is any consistency, because that is huge.
Yes.
That is very huge.
In anything, consistency, because I'm just like, no, we can't.
Right.
I digress.
We can't do that. I can't do the wishy-washy.
No, our goals are not matching up together. So, let me just go on over here and do my thing. So
right. Yes.
So
you have to sometimes.
Right. So what does it, when you hear the words generational wealth, what does that mean to you?
For me, that means that I need to build today for my kids and their kids. And I think even how Beyonce put it in one of her songs, where, you have to have enough equity for your great-great-grands.
Right.
And I think it should also not just financially, but actually teaching them, knowing our history, because we're great beings, no matter what. And for me, I look at it's so much opposition that if when you have that, that means you're great. Right. For some reason, you're great. So just instilling that, so you can pass that along and to every generation that follows, to let you know that you're great as a woman, as a person of color, and creating just financial wealth. Because I think I know from history is showing that being oppressed mentally and financially, we got to make up for time. We can't look for somebody else to give it to us, because we know that the government is not. We're not going to get the reprimand that we were supposed to. But it's time for us to take hold of the opportunities and then just go for it and do it.
Okay. All right. Woo woo.
I want to be that cute,
queen
pretty
session girl. Yeah.
Yes. Period.
Yes. So, what do you want to be known for?
For me, just being able to utilize whatever aspects of my art to be able to touch others, to create a better environment, encouragement, so that they can do bigger things. So one of my goals, because I'm also into real estate, is being able to have my buildings or places where they're all over the world, but a safe haven for kids.
Right.
So they can also learn entrepreneurship. They don't realize that it's a safe haven because they may not have that good environment, but they can always go there and know that there's something positive that can come back out of that, and you're also still having a positive effect on the community as well. So that's what I want to be known for, and being a great mom, and just a great person all the way around, a great spirit, and making sure that I have some type of positive effect, either indirectly, if not directly, on someone's life.
Okay. All right. Woman of impact. I love it.
Yes.
Snaps.
Flip the coin.
Yes.
Follow.
So this is my absolute last question. Where can our readers follow you and download your music?
Sure. They can follow me at everything is Kareesh Forreal. That's KareeshForreal. My music is on all platforms, so you can definitely utilize my music on TikTok. All platforms, Spotify, you name it, is there. So definitely, I also have a website. It's KareeshForreal.com. And we have some more things that are coming, merchandise, a lot of good things, goodies that are coming up. But definitely you can follow me there and on all social media platforms.
Okay, so when you say you have some things coming up, because you knew that was a follow-up question for me.
Okay.
Are you able to expound, or like it's still up in the air?
No, a little bit. And definitely some of the things that I'm venturing on will be on ACW broadcast in the future. Would definitely be some more improv and acting. I have 2 shows that we're working on. It's a video countdown. And then also we're working on just a different show that expounds on different things of different cultures and how it's still well-rounded. It still touches everyone and have a connectivity to it. So I think ignorance is bliss. So just learn about each other.
Okay.
So everybody's great.
Yeah, listen, as if you were going to say something negative. So thank you so much. It is always a joy to speak with you. You're just beaming and glowing. So
yes. Even better than the last time, right?
Girl, yes. Look, it was nighttime the last time. We still got daylight. So definitely a beautiful glow. So like when you with your is that the pay-per-view this weekend?
Yes, the pay-per-view this weekend is on ACW Broadcast TV. It's $1.99 for a subscription. So it will be playing, I think it starts at 4 p.m. On the 22nd. And then you'll get to follow up with that. We have some other things that are on the way, and I'm so excited. Yes. So even with this COVID that's coming up, so we have some tours that are in the works, some book tours, some speaking things. So I love just community, just connection with that besides the music as well. So you're going to be seeing different aspects of Kareesh Forreal. And definitely how you can join too.
So then that was another follow-up. I'm so sorry. So you said book tours. Did you write a book or are you writing one? Like what's going on?
I am writing one. I'm writing one. And then I'm also in connection with a tour that's coming up with a person that's already, they have provided, written their book and they're going on a book tour. So they have some of the, I would say, the hip hop legends that are signing off on this. Stamp of approval. So I'm just fortunate enough to be in there and in that situation, and then they believe in what I'm doing as well. So I'm just so grateful for that. So I'm honored.
Okay, awesome. So thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Always.
And then, I won't even say best of luck because you got this. You've been doing this and this is your forte, and it's just sky's no limit for you. So
thank you. I appreciate it. From your lips to God's ears.
Oh yeah, he heard it. He know my prayers.
Thank you.
All right, girl.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.